Your boy, Jameis Winston, man. Now, this is something that happened way back in November, right? So when he, decided to take an Uber on the run, it was like other passengers in the seat, and the Mexican Uber driver lady, she actually assumed that, or allegedly accused him, saying that she was groped by him. He grabbed her crotch. And now this story had been going on since back in November, right? And so the NFL was like, okay, whatever, let's let him continue to play his game. Let's let him continue to, just develop his skill. We look into it later in the season. Now all of a sudden, before him working out and getting ready, for OTAs and the new successful seasons for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a leader, of the quarterback position. Now I just had a notification on ESPN saying, okay, he's going to be suspended or violated. He violated a personal conduct policy in NFL. He's going to be suspended for several games. Now, we don't know how many games, but it says several. Now, according to the article, he said he didn't even touch her. He didn't even go near her like that. I mean, maybe he was reaching over something. And my thing is, I don't know for what reason. Maybe he was drunk or he was at a party. He didn't feel like driving, because I feel like you're in the NFL and, you probably can drive your own self to places, though, or have someone that you trust. Because at the end of the day, brother, as you moving on up in the scale and you being successful in this world, these women, you are a target. You are a target to individuals that want you. Not only that, want to slander your name, but they want to acquire your wealth as well, man. They want to bring you down. Probably wasn't doing all that when you was in college, because remember, he stole crab legs. That was way back then before he got drafted. But they acquired him another chance, and he was with Vincent Jackson and everything with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I remember this young man was drafted in 2015, right? He threw his rookie season, it wasn't too high. He won like 3 games. They went 3-13, and I believe he threw like 19 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, something like that. And he had a 63.8% quarterback rating, which is not good at all. So he got to step his game up. I believe the year after that, I think he went like maybe 7-9. He started improving a little bit, but for the most part, man, Jameis Winston, he's steadily developing, and I just hate to hear this from black men. Like, you got Jamie Foxx, who was accused of sexual assault. Morgan Freeman is thrown under the hammer a little bit. Bill Cosby, all these things, all these successful black men, they, having a huge name, and they developing their craft. It's like all of a sudden, something that happened like 20,000 years ago, it's coming to fruition in a way. And I don't know if he's innocent or anything, but I think he is, to me personally. I don't think he did it, because James Winston, like I say, he's focused on, just developing his craft. But it's really sad that, we see this Me Too movement that's going, pretty strong, man. Not only in males, but I think particularly in black men, and little to no evidence. That's my huge issue. Little to no evidence, And how about you interview one of the witnesses? Like, did he do it? I feel like it's a very biased situation. I feel like women are really closely isolating themselves when they're continuously doing this shit, man. So that's how I feel about the Jameis Winston situation, man. I think it's really it's kind of sad in a way, man. I don't know how long this brother's going to be suspended. He's young, in his mid-20s, trying to make something out of himself. I don't know how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans are going to take this. Now it's like he was like an outstanding player, but he was a good, I'm pretty sure they want to develop with him. And now this probably might potentially hurt the team, because I got to get a new leader, new scheme, get someone that's good with the practice, the drills, the plans, and, to have that good chemistry with the players and the coaches. There's a lot of things, man, that's going to be affected here. The same thing, remember, with Ezekiel Elliott, the whole domestic violence situation, man. So, brothers, just be careful, man. As you continue to move up, man, you just got to, just perfect your craft, man, and kind of just, I say, advise you to get married, maybe, or just just gonna go around here just putting yourself in a position, man, because women will take advantage of you if they wanted to. So we're gonna continue to read up on this story, but this is how I feel about this whole Jameis Winston situation. Jameis Winston, man, I hope this gets eliminated from your record as a way, because at the end of the day, too, we have to understand these NFL players, these entertainers, man, they got lives outside of what they do as well. So they're not gonna be an NFL player all their life, and there's too much on their bodies. Once he retire, if say if he did, had these accusations, man, it's gonna be hard for him to actually go to, do a different career, maybe go to school, or just expound to do different things, because they're gonna pull that up like, oh, you sexually assaulted a woman. So you see how it's a dramatic, vicious effect. So the Me Too movement, I understand, it's a good thing, I guess, women coming out and is getting upset, say, okay, these men out here, they been getting away for shit too long. But what about us? What about we have feelings too as men? What about the injustice that's going on, like when women are abusing the child support system, okay? Women abusing the EBT card system, just buying weed and going out to eat all the time, but not using that money to buy just food, for their families if they need it, if they need that government assistance. What's the point is that, we, men paying so much in child support, and two, we don't know, like, most of that money is going towards their expenses, their car note, her house bills, all those things, but nothing for the child. They looking like $1,000,000, but the child looking like crap. So we got to consider that in the justice system part. And I feel like, in a way, black men don't know our rights. We don't know our laws. We're not properly educated, collectively, all of us, about our laws, man, and the United States Constitution, so we can use this to our advantage, man. And it's a real sad thing. And this is how the justice system can continuously F over black people, F over black men. Because we don't know our rights. We don't know our laws. We don't understand the United States Constitution or things that was built upon in our country. We don't even understand who's with us locally. This is why I am so passionate and believe that as black men, we have to continuously be involved in politics. We have to get involved into our local government, because these women are not playing. It should be no reason why there's a lot of black women, only black women, that's in charge of the South Fulton Justice Department. Now they're going to do things just for black women. They get into politics. They get into every single thing, man, that we should need to be getting into. So we need to step up. They in our churches. They in all of this stuff, man, in these leadership roles. A woman's supposed to assist. So I feel like, man, in a way, it's that this is continue to happen, man. If this happens to Jameis Winston and he's violated and people say, oh, that's what you deserve, and you black men, you guys are sick, man, because at the end of the day, that can be us. As we continue to elevate, in this classism, this capitalistic society. We have to that's all we have, man. It's just us, one of us, man. As black men, we have to continuously to be prosperous, and we have to understand the laws and things that's against us, man. So I was just talking to a Morris brother, man, about the legals, names, the United States Constitution, 13 colonies, all that stuff, man. That stuff is very important. History is important, man, and we have to use it to our advantage. But, those who have a lack of knowledge shall perish. So I'm not going to draw this video too long. I just think it's a real sad thing. I think Jameis Winston need to get justice. I think Jameis Winston, of course, to get his mind clear, and I hope this eliminates it. I hope all of this, gets eliminated. He gets, a nice attorney and everything, and if it has to go that way, because he doesn't need, his career don't need to be in jeopardy for this, especially if something he didn't do. And black women women just getting away with it. You got Hispanic women doing this to us as black men. We got to wake up. This your boy, Young Lee Jr. I'm out. Deuces.